While singing only I can give. बहुत है, पटियाला है, नवाती है, भेंडी बाजार है, इंदौर है, बहुत घराने हैं। लेकिन पहले ज़माने में होता क्या था कि कलाकार को एक गुलाब का फूल देते थे 30-40 साल पहले, और अब गुलदस्ता देते हैं। तो निसर्ग क्या बोलता है हमको कि आप सब एक हो जाओ। अभी ग्वालियर ना ग्वालियर बोलो, ना अगरा, भेंडी बाजार, पटियाला, सब मिला के कुछ अलग पेश करके अगर आप ऑडियंस को दे दें तो ऑडियंस खुश होता है। यही निसर्ग में सब कुछ है, हमारी दृष्टिकोण नहीं है कि क्या चल रहा है, तो उसके साथ चलेंगे तो सब कुछ, क्योंकि बदल ज़रूरी है। कि हमारे गाने में, हिंदुस्तानी गाने में पहले से वही चलता आ रहा है, बस ब्लाइंड फॉलोइंग ये बंद होना चाहिए। ब्लाइंड फॉलोइंग बंद होना चाहिए और टीचिंग मेथड्स चेंज होने चाहिए। द टीचिंग मेथड इन आवर सिस्टम इज रॉन्ग। See, we have to make very easy and tell to the new students ख्याल का मतलब क्या है। अभी सब लोग बोलते हैं इमेजिनेशन। So इमेजिनेशन हम लोग कर सकते हैं क्योंकि हम इसमें जिंदगी बिताया है, तो हम लोग कर सकते हैं। The young one, how can he imagine? So we have to teach him in an easy way. So I have derived the definition of khyal. Khyal is nothing but you have to ask a question to a raga. Questions can be asked on any notes. Answer is always sa and to. So this is what the definition of khyal. And through pranayama, yoga, I have researched in voice culture. And that is the reason the France Open University gave me the doctorate in 3 months back.
Good morning, dear devotees and friends. It was a wonderful morning today. 2 days before it was warm, and now again it has come back to so the people they come and sit together and enjoy the music. So this morning we are very happy to announce that we are having Swami Kripamayananda Ji Maharaj, the minister in charge in Vedanta Society, Toronto, Canada, and he was visiting, so I requested him to give a talk. And he will be giving a talk, the influence of music in spiritual life. And we will be listening to the music of Kirana Gharana. Kirana Gharana, that is Kaivalya Kumar Gaurav. He will be singing, and about them we will be reading out afterwards. So we were waiting for our devotees to come because it is raining, weather is bad, it is taking time. And some of them, they are doubtful because there is no car outside. The program has been shifted somewhere else. So anyway, our volunteers are there to welcome them. So naturally, I will ask you to join me in reciting the pranam mantra of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, the great lover of music and the great musician himself. Sarva dharma sthapakastam sarva dharma sarupakah acharyanam Mahacharyo Ramakrishna Yate Namaha. This Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he met Swami Vivekananda in Calcutta, and Vivekananda, that young Narendranath, maybe 17, 18 years young man who was a great singer, he impressed the Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna with his song. And that song was Manachala Nija Niketane. That was the song, "Oh my mind, let us go back to our own abode." Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna was so happy. He went into trance. And sometimes he used to tell, when you are singing, you should sing for God. That means whatever the words you are singing through the tune, you must go with the meaning of that. And if you are singing only for the appreciation of the people, then the God cannot like it. So that was his idea. Through that song, so many of the great our rishis, they have realized gods. One of them was Kamalakanta. I am from Bengal, so naturally I know them. The Swami, that Kamalakanta, he was a great singer. And only through song he realized God. So that song has a great music. Sometimes they used to say, when you become a monk, it is better that you should know the music, the song, because it is a lonely life. You are all alone. Then how you will live? The song will give you the solace. Sometimes you are singing all alone as a prayer, and you are going into meditation only with the song. So that, when I came to know that they are visiting here in Chicago, and today was their off day, so they have agreed to come over here very graciously. I am so thankful to them. And almost in no charges. So I thought, why not invite our devotees also? And at the same time, I got the Swami, Kripamayananda ji also, and I requested him, and it will be naturally, as because he will be speaking on the influence of music and the spiritual life, so that will also be very much interesting and helpful in our spiritual life. Friends, I will now request one of our volunteers to come and read the bios, very short bios of our three guests, and then we will request them to perform for some time, and they will take a little rest, and I will request the Swami to come and give the talk. Again, after the talk, they will be singing. And finally, the lunch, of course, it is there. So please come.
So, short bio on the assembled musicians in front of us. On vocals is Pandit Kaivalya Kumar Gaurav. Pandit Gaurav is now one of the best known North Indian classical vocalists of our country. His grandfather, Pandit Ganpat Rao Gaurav, is the direct disciple of the founder of Kirana Gharana, Ustad Abdul Karim Khan. Other than many awards and accolades that he has received, one doctorate from the University of Sorbonne in France stands out, of course. On tabla is Pandit Subhen Chatterjee. He is surely one of the best known tabla players of India today. Other than being an excellent soloist, he has had the rare privilege of accompanying such legends as Pandit Bhimsen Joshi, Pandit Jasraj, Vidushi Girija Devi, and many others. Other than many awards, he has been nominated for the most coveted Grammy Music Award for his album Artistry in 2002. On harmonium is Pandit Sanatana Goswami, who is also one of the best known harmonium players of India. I am there. Thank you.
Hello. 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 Okay. My Sashtang pranams at the lotus feet of both the Swamijis. Good morning to all the distinguished and learning audience of Chicago. I will begin the concert with the morning melody rag called Bhatia. Bye. Gaya अभी उस समय क्वेश्चन था कि कल्पना क्या है, अभी ये सब मन का भ्रम है। ये सेकंड में आंसर दे रहे। तनिक सुनरे सत्य वचन तव सुख कल्पना दुख कल्पना कल्पना ही मन की मन वासना मिटाए मिटक सब बंधना तनिक सुनरे। Versions.
Okay. have taken us in a different world.
Ji?
You have taken us in a different world.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Wonderful atmosphere has been created in this morning. A beautiful morning, raining outside and inside, so much of music, gladdening our heart. Kumar, Kaivalya Kumar, Panditji, and Sanatana Goswami ji, and Subhen, Chatterjee ji. Thank you very much for presenting half your music, we still half is remaining. So I'm sorry to interrupt. In fact, it is like interruption in the wonderful thing going on, and this, you have to talk something because Swami ji requested. So I will be talking short talk, regular long talk. Importance and influence of music in spiritual life according to Swami Vivekananda. We all know that how music is important. And that often quoted that verse that Naham tisthami vaikunthe yoginam hridayena cha madbhakta yatra gayanti tatra tisthami narada. I do not reside in heavenly abode of Vaikuntha, nor in the heart of the yogis. Wherever my devotees sing in spirit, I reside there, O Narada. So, Mad Bhakta Yatra Gayanti, as it is said, the song should be spiritually arousing. Then only God resides there. If song is done just only for earning money or showing skill and lack of devotion, that God goes away from there. Here you see the great artists from Pandit, from Ustad, from India, topmost, and they are presenting their song and no remuneration, nothing they want, just the offer, just a gift, just service. So God definitely resides here. And sitting in front of the image of Mother Durga, with Holy Mother sitting beside, with wonderful pure-hearted devotees sitting around, and wonderful Vedanta society, and this program of music, where will God reside if not here? Definitely God is here, that we feel as our heart is glad and makes happy with the beautiful bhajans that is going on. In fact, I was not aware of Kirana Gharana. So I told, what is Kirana Gharana to one of my brother monk. And he said, if you do not know Kirana Gharana, you don't know anything of Indian classical music. It is top and top. People have been produced from Kirana Gharana, Bhimsen Joshi, and we can see from how the difference between Jaipur Gharana and Kirana Gharana just he presented, how sweetness, beauty, the alaps are so long, it's a great practice. There's so much joy in that. Thank you very much for offering your service. I was so lucky to be here from Toronto to be able to see you. If I was in India, perhaps I would not get ticket to be the listener or in your audience. Swami Vivekananda himself was a trained singer, though not professional. He received his classical music training from Beni Ostad. His original name was Beni Gupta. In late 1881, in the first meeting between Ramakrishna and Vivekananda, then known as Narendranath Datta, Naren sang few devotional songs. His trained voice and his devotion towards music highly impressed Ramakrishna, which was followed by a cordial invitation to visit Dakshineshwar. In fact, that we know Ramakrishna Vivekananda, great spiritual deluge they brought in this universe for ages to come. And that meeting of Ramakrishna and Vivekananda happened only through music. Before even he went to see Sri Ramakrishna in Dakshineshwar and asked, "Sir, have you seen God?" Before that, what music that brought them, these great two souls together. As Swami Ishatmananji referred, Mono Cholo Nije Niketane and Jabe Ki Edin Amar Bifale Choliye. Both songs he sang at a devotee's house. And Sri Ramakrishna had come, they didn't know each other, and Sri Ramakrishna immediately was attracted. He listening to his voice. So pure person, and he could read the personality by just listening his voice, and said, "Come one day to the Kshineshwar." That was the meeting. That how music unites great souls. Swamiji says, all poetry, painting, and music is feeling expressed through words, through color, through mind. Drama and music are by themselves religion. Any song, love song or any song, never mind. If one's whole soul is in that song, he attains salvation just by that. Nothing else he has to do. If a man's whole soul is in it, his soul gets salvation. They say it leads to the same goal. High achievements in art, music, etc. are the results of concentration. When we hear beautiful music, our hearts become fastened upon it, and we cannot take them away. Those who concentrate their minds upon what you call classical music do not like common music, and vice versa. Music in which the notes follow each other in rapid succession holds the mind readily. A child loves lively music because the rapidity of the notes gives the mind no chance to wander. A man who likes common music dislikes classical music because it is more complicated and requires a greater degree of concentration to follow it. Fortunately, we all are enjoying classical music, and that's how we are no children in music. If there are different musical instruments tuned alike in one room, all of you may have noticed that when one is struck, the others have the tendency to vibrate and to give the same note. So all minds that have the same tension, so to say, will be equally affected by the same thought. In India, all the successive stages of improvement are preserved. However much they may be improved or transformed, there are always found men to occupy the lower stages of evolution, and consequently the whole series is preserved. First, a musical instrument was formed with a string fixed to a piece of bamboo. Gradually it came to be played by a horsehair bow, and the first violin was made. Then it passed through various transformations with different sorts of strings and guts, and the bow also assumed different forms and names, till at last the highly finished guitar and sarang came into existence. In India, music was developed to the full 7 notes, even to half and quarter notes. Ages ago, India led music. In music, India gave to the world her system of notation with the 7 cardinal notes and the diatonic scale, all of which we enjoyed as early as 350 BC, while it came to Europe only in the 11th century. In music, nobody, not even the sage Bharata, the originator of dramatic performances, could understand whether it was singing or weeping or wrangling, and what meaning or purpose it sought to convey, and what an abundance of intricacies in the music, what labyrinths of flourishes, enough to strain all one's nerves. Over and above that, that music had its birth in the nasal tone uttered through the teeth, compressed in imitation of the Mohammedan musical experts. Nowadays, there is an indication of correcting these. Now, will people gradually understand that a language or art or music that expresses no meaning and is lifeless is of no good? Now they will understand that the more strength is infused into the national life, the more will language, art and music, etc. become spontaneously instinct with ideas and life. The volume of meaning that a couple of words of everyday use will convey. You may search in vain in 2,000 sets epithets. Then every image of the deity will inspire devotion. Every girl decked in ornaments will appear to be a goddess, and every house and room and furniture will be animated with the vibration of life. In music, there is a main note, a central theme upon which all others turn. Music is the highest art, and to those who understand, is the highest worship. On the whole, I don't think there is any cause for anxiety about my body. This sort of nervous body is just the instrument to play great music at times, and at times to moan in darkness. Shankaracharya had caught the rhythm of the Vedas, the national cadence. Indeed, I always imagined that he had some vision such as mine when he was young and recovered the ancient music that way. Anyway, his whole life's work is nothing but that, the throbbing of the beauty of the Vedas and the Upanishads. The book is all in us. Fool, hearest not thou? Is thine own heart day and night is singing the eternal music, Satchidananda, Soham, Soham, existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute. I am He, I am He. There is science in Drupad, Khyal, etc. But it is in Kirtana, that is in Mathura and Viraha and other like compositions, that there is real music, for there is feeling. Feeling is the soul, the secret of everything. There is more music in common, people's song, and they should be collected together. The science of Drupad, etc., applied to the music of Kirtana, will produce the perfect music. We find some of this degradation in everything in India, in art, in music, in sciences, in everything. In art, no more was there a broad conception, no more the symmetry of form and sublimity of conception, but the tremendous attempt at the ornate and florid style had arisen. The originality of the race seemed to have been lost. In music, no more were there the soul-stirring ideas of the ancient Sanskrit music. No more did each note stand, as it were, on its own feet and produce the marvelous harmony. But each note had lost its individuality. The whole of modern music is a jumble of notes, a confused mass of curves. That is a sign of degradation in music. Why not give the soul what it wants? We have to have music. Within ourselves is this eternal voice, speaking of eternal freedom. Its music is eternally going on. Part of this music of the soul has become the earth, the law, this universe, but it was always ours and always will be. Music is the greatest aid to keep God in memory. While discussing the preparations one needs to take to practice Bhakti Yoga, Vivekananda told, the greatest aid to this practice of keeping God in memory is perhaps music. The Lord says to Narada, the great teacher of Bhakti, I do not live in heaven, nor do I live in the heart of the yogi, but where my devotees sing my praise, there am I. Music has such tremendous power over the human mind. It brings it to concentration in a moment. You will find the dull, ignorant, low, brute-like human being who never steady their mind for a moment at other times. When they hear attractive music, immediately become charmed and concentrated. Even the minds of animals, such as dogs, lions, cats, and serpents, become charmed with music. In every district and village you may visit, you will find only the soul of the khol and kartal. Are not drums made in the country? Are not trumpets and kettle drums available in India? Make the boys hear the deep toned sound of these instruments. Hearing from boyhood the sound of these effeminate forms of music and listening to the kirtans, the country is well nigh converted into a country of women. What more degradation can you expect? Even the poet's imagination fails to draw the picture. The damaru and horn have to be sounded. Drums are to be beaten so as to raise deep and martial notes, and with Mahavira, Mahavira on their lips and shouting Hara Hara, Vyom Vyom, the quarters are to be reverberated. The music which awakens only the softer feelings of man is to be stopped now for some time, stopping the light tunes such as Khyal and Tappa for some time. The people are to be accustomed to hear the Dhrupad music through the thunder roll of the dignified Vedic hymns. Life is to be brought back into the country. In everything, the austere spirit of heroic manhood is to be revived. In following such an ideal lies the good of the people and the country. If you can build your character after such an ideal, then 1,000 others will follow. But take care that you do not swerve an inch from the ideal. Never lose heart in eating, dressing, or lying, in singing or playing, in enjoyment or disease. Always manifest the highest moral courage. Then only will you attain the grace of Mahashakti, the Divine Mother. Swami Vivekananda wanted to rouse the India, that's why he told about the softness of the music and wanted the brave music of drums and kettles and cow horns. But what Swamiji meant was the particular purpose in that paragraph that I read at the end. But what music could do, as he said, Khyal and Kirtan should be mixed, and the beauty of Kirtan, the devotion of Kirtan should be brought in the beauty of Khyal, so that it becomes the perfect music, he told earlier in my earlier reading. Music melts the heart of even an emotionally tough man. Swami Vivekananda, whenever he used to sing music, there were people among the devotees like Pratap Chandra Sarkar, Dr. Pratap Sarkar, Mahendralal Sarkar, Dr. Mahendralal Sarkar. When he came, he was didn't believe in emotion, or he's very like stoic person. But after talking with Sri Ramakrishna, he would always say, will there be music by Naren? Nobody will sing? Like that, music attracted even that person who was the busiest doctor of his time, topmost doctor of the metropolis of Calcutta of his time. So he wanted to remain there and listen to the music by Narendranath Datta. Mahendranath Gupta, who wrote the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, he says Swami Vivekananda's songs were so perfect, his music was so perfect, it is only second to Sri Ramakrishna. There is no compare to the music of Sri Ramakrishna. But Sri Ramakrishna used to go in trance whenever he heard the songs from Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda's songs were so sweet, so perfect, that he could rouse the devotion, and he could send the person as we go through meditation and samadhi and Raja Yoga, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, so many things needed. Just by singing songs, Sri Ramakrishna would go into trance. People used to cry listening to that. They all get absorbed in that. Music has that power. When it comes from the heart, emanates from the heart. That type of music we are listening this morning here. Let us now not disturb the talk and go ahead and listen to the further devotional songs by Pandit Kaivalya Kumar. Thank you very much.
एक निरंजन भजन है। सुर क्या चीज है, सुर कहाँ से आया है? सुर
Yo
अभी जाप कैसे करना है कबीर जी ने बताया, तो वो दोहा आपके सामने पेश करता हूँ। अजप 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 जाप जप
also bought with them some very good CDs. You have to buy. It's only $25.
We have no words to thank them. They are so humble. And I was whispering to Swami Kripamayananda ji, look at the how saintly they look. The singers are so calm and composed and so saintly looking. And when they were singing, they were not singing for us. Three of them, they were enjoying among themselves.
Exactly.
So, all our best wishes with you. May your goal be fulfilled. And I will request you, devotee, please come and have the lunch with all the maestros. Please come and have the lunch. Thank you. Thank you for coming. And I must thank another one of our devotee. Please, no. He came in the morning